What up? It's your boy Nine. Doing a little different today. It's something quick, but let's just talk about this real fast. This that kind of took over the week. Rest in peace, Big Scar. Right? So Big Scar had his funeral, and then apparently his brothers or his sisters or whatever was claiming that Gucci Mane ain't did nothing for Big Scar, and he down bad and they thought he had money. He said that he was gonna pay for the funeral, and he just disappeared on him. That's what they say. And then Gucci and his wife post that they spent $10,000 on the funeral. And then they come back and say, man, what's $10,000 going to do? The casket was $15,000. This was this much money. This was that much money. $10,000 ain't going to do nothing. But you say he didn't do nothing. And they said Gucci paid $10,000. Atlanta paid $10,000. First you say they didn't do anything. He didn't do a single thing. He said he was going to pay for the funeral, and he ghosted y'all. And then once he proved that he did give y'all money for the funeral, y'all say it wasn't enough. Quick addition to add to my point right here. When you die, or if your brother die, or if a family member die, regular life, in regular real life, not in rap music, just in real life, do you expect your whoever that died, your brother, your friend, whatever, do you expect their boss, the person that hired them to work, do you expect them to pay for the funeral? No, you don't. You don't go to your boss, or you don't go to your brother's boss and be like, hey, yeah, my brother, he passed away. So we would like some money from y'all to pay for the funeral. They're going to look at you like, we have nothing to do. Like, we're sorry for your loss, but we have no reason, and we have nothing to do with the passing of your brother. We provided him an opportunity, and we're so sad. Prayers and condolences to your family, but we're not paying for the funeral. You understand what I'm saying? So now, if your job do that, that's fine. But for the most part, that's not a normal thing that people go and ask the employer of their family to do. Nobody just goes to the employer of their family and asks them to pay for the funeral after somebody dies. I know they don't. Somebody, whoever's the closest one, they have to put that stuff together and figure out how to do this and how to do that. Somebody, a part of the family, they don't just go to their family members' jobs and do that. So why y'all think we should do that in rap? I don't know. That logic doesn't make any sense to me. So you lying. You lied first, and now you trying to downplay your lie by saying, man, what's that going to do? It's $10,000, bro. It's $10,000, and I know the casket ain't cost no $15,000. I know it didn't cost no $15,000. Second of all, we got to get this out of head that people, because they put you on, have to, if something happens to you, they have to contribute to you when something happens. Another thing too, I'm still editing it. I'm actually in my car editing it, but this applies to jail too. If an artist gets themselves locked up, the record label or the owner of the record label or anything with the record label, they do not have to put money on that person's books. They do not have to pay that person's bond. They do not have to do that. If they do that, that is fine. That is good. But it is not mandatory. If an artist gets locked up in jail, the record label does not have to put money on their books. I don't know where this started, where we feel record label owners should pay for funerals of people that die. Like, it's the record label's fault that somebody died. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I understand it's a kind gesture, but that's what it should only be. It should only be a kind gesture to help people out. It shouldn't be something expected of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Gucci paid what he had to pay out the kindness of his heart, and y'all turned it to make it seem like he was supposed to do it. He was not supposed to pay for the funeral. You understand what I'm saying? He was not supposed to pay for the funeral. That is a family issue. He put Big Scar in a position, and hopefully in his whole family in a position to where Gucci shouldn't have to pay for anything. Big Scar family should have been taken care of to where they could have handled it, or Big Scar could have had the funds to where he can handle. I'm not saying it's Big Scar's fault, because it's not, but I'm saying the fact that his family is coming out saying he should have paid for the funeral or that he didn't pay for the funeral, he probably made this man a multi-millionaire. Why is he paying for the funeral? You understand what I'm saying? Dude talking about, oh yeah, we all thought Gucci was rich. I guess he lied to us. Stop doing, like, bro, y'all corny, bro. Y'all corny. So then after that, the dad gonna come out. The dad came out and said, Gucci paid $10,000, Atlanta paid $10,000, but it don't matter because it ain't gonna bring my son back, which is facts. Gucci and Atlantic didn't have to do anything because technically, I don't care how you feel about it, to be honest, they have nothing to do with Big Scar's death. You understand what I'm saying? It's always been from the origin, since people started doing that, Jay-Z do it, whoever do it, since they've been doing that, they always done it out of the kindness of their heart. Not because they have to do it. Y'all take what people do out the kindness of their heart and y'all make it mandatory when it doesn't have to be mandatory. You understand what I'm saying? And it's crazy. But then come to find out later on that the brother who was complaining that Gucci didn't pay for the funeral and this and that, apparently shot a music video at the funeral. So what this really all was clout chasing, which I could have told you that from the jump. From the jump, I could have told you it was clout chasing, because when did it become mandatory for a person a record label, or for a person who runs a record label, or for a person who put somebody on to have to contribute to that person's funeral and have to contribute to this and that? It's not mandatory. You understand what I'm saying? And you said, oh, he trying to ask for the chain back. He get back in blood. Y'all trying to spin it, but you know what that means. Yeah, he's going to ask for the chain back, because what are y'all going to do? Y'all probably going to sell the chain for money. So yes, give me the chain back. The chain represents my label and all stuff like that. It means a lot to me, and I pass it on to him, and it meant a lot to him. I want the chain back. I'm not, because y'all might sell it. It don't mean as much. It don't have as much value to me. I mean, it doesn't have as much value to y'all as it do to me, and as much as it did to him. Give me the chain. And it's my chain. Talking about some get it back in blood. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all just clout chasing. Y'all down bad. And it's crazy that people really be doing that. And that's why before we start giving, people gonna pop out and say, yeah, that was my brother. Yeah, that's my sister. Yeah, that was my cousin. This and that. But you gotta really know the depth of what their relationship with that person really is. Because people will pop out saying that's their family member, and all they wanted to do was just eat off that person, leech off that person. There's a lot of people who have family members and friends that leech off of them, and they may have cut them off. Like, you can't stop a person from being your brother. You understand what I'm saying? So I could cut you off because you leeching, because you acting shady, because you doing something. At the end of the day, you're going to always be my brother. So you can always have the opportunity, especially when I'm dead and gone, to pop out and say, that's my brother. You got to provide. Hey, you got to pay us some money. Hey, you got to do this and that, because you have the advantage and the leverage of actually being my brother, actually being my family. And it's messed up because I can't pop out the grave and say, I was not rocking with you. You was leeching, you was clout chasing, you was doing all this weird stuff. I'm not rocking with you. I can't do that no more. So now you have all the leverage to lie to people and make people feel some type of way just because you my brother, you my family. We got to stop letting family and friends or ex-friends or stuff like that, because anybody, after you dead and gone, anybody can say they're your friend. Anybody can say that they rock with you and that y'all go way back. Anybody can say that once you dead and gone, because you can't dispute that. So they can have one of your real friends who can dispute that, but it's hard to believe if it's not coming from the actual person. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a shame that people really doing this, man. Watch out for your friends. Watch out for your family, because when you dead and gone, they really just they gonna put dirt on your name. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna mess up your legacy. They gonna mess up your situation because they want to be popping or whatever like that. Like, all this dude wanted was people to listen to his music, look at his music video, and he used his dead brother as clout. Like, it's a shame, bro. But that's all I wanted to talk about. Like, the game is crazy. The world is crazy. We just gotta be careful, man. Watch your people. But that's it for me. I'm out. Just for something quick. Too sweet. Deuces.